Hello and welcome into another edition of Siena Saints Weekly. I'm your host, Andrew Champagne. In just a moment, we'll be joined by softball quad captain Lindsey McKeever. But first, let's take a look at the week that was in Siena athletics. It was a history-making weekend for Siena men's lacrosse. The Saints traveled to Buffalo for the MAC tournament, going in as the top seed and living up to the hype. Siena first trounced Jacksonville 18-8 in the semifinal round, ending the game on a 16-3 run after trailing 5-2 in the first period. Siena's front line of Brian Neufeld, Danny Martinson, and Colin Clive combined for 18 points as the Saints cruised to the championship game. On Sunday, Siena took the field against Detroit in a rematch of the program's lone MAC loss of the season. Sunday's contest was a different story, though, as the Saints walloped the Titans 12-3 to win their second conference tournament in 3 years. Clive led the offense with 4 points and was named the tournament MVP, while Tom Moore stopped 12 of 14 shots on goal. Here are Clive, Moore, John Rogner, and head coach Brian Brecht.
But I couldn't have done without everyone else on my team, especially offensive guys, Neuf, Danny, all the midfielders. We played in sync today and hit singles. We just won the game.
From day one in September, we talked about winning a MAC championship. We said that was our one and only goal. We had won regular season championships, and that didn't do anything for us. We lost last year, so we just wanted the MAC championship. That was the most important thing, and everyone feels amazing to accomplish your goals. I love these guys.
This is the closest team I've ever played on. And, everyone on this team deserves it. Everyone works hard every single day, and this one does mean a little more from being older and bringing everyone up. But
I got to thank Father Kevin and John D'Argenio because without their support and the opportunity to keep growing the program, we wouldn't be able to keep raising the bar. I think we've done a good job the last couple of years, and during my 7 years of getting better each year. And we're getting better players to take a look at Siena College, but most importantly, the guys in our locker room are getting better each month, each year that they develop, and that's why we're able to hopefully be playing our best lacrosse, coming down the home stretch.
Siena drew top-seeded Syracuse in the first round of the NCAA tournament. They'll square off with the Orange at the Carrier Dome on Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Siena baseball earned a big series win this weekend, taking 2 of 3 from Canisius at Siena Field. After falling 8-7 in 10 innings in the opener, the Saints rebounded to top the Grips 3-2 in Saturday's nightcap after Bill Cardona hit a walk-off solo shot in the 7th inning. Sunday's finale featured a gem from Zach Hartman, who won his 4th straight decision in a 6-2 win. The Saints are now 10-8 in MAC play and have won 9 of their last 12 league contests. They go to St. Peter's for another 3-game set this weekend. It was another big week for the Siena golf program as class of 2007 alum Brian Bigley qualified for last week's Wells Fargo Championship at Quail Hollow Club. Also, current MAC individual champion Don DeNice III will learn where he's going in the NCAA Golf Championships on Monday night when seedings and regions are announced. For more information, be sure to check SienaSaints.com. And softball finished a landmark regular season this past weekend, going out winners Sunday after a sweep at St. Peter's. The program won 20 games this season, the most in 6 years, and won 8 MAC games, the most since 2003. Joining me now in studio is quad captain Lindsey McKeever. Lindsey, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
In 2010, the Saints went 14-37. This year, the team played 6 fewer games, but won 6 more. What was the biggest difference maker?
The biggest difference maker this year was being able to come through with singles with 2 outs and getting runners on and producing runs with 2 outs.
Sophomore Shannon Jones had another fantastic year, and Jessica Jo Sandrini had arguably the best campaign by a freshman in Siena program history. What did it do for that lineup to have that many weapons?
It really made the other team have to pitch to one of them. You had to pick, are you going to pitch to Shannon or are you going to pitch to Jessica Jo? Because both of them are going to hurt you. So,
the team made a lot of history this year, beating UAlbany for the first time in 4 years and sweeping Niagara to have a chance at a MAC tournament berth. How does it feel to be part of a team that made the conference sit up and take notice?
It feels good to be right there on the edge, but it's going to be better when we can get over the hump and get into the tournament, and hopefully we'll do that next year.
That's certainly the next goal. Now, the team loses only 4 seniors from this year's team. Next year, you'll have 4 pitchers back, as well as 8 players with more than 20 starts. What kind of a foundation do you think that builds for the program?
We're really going to miss the seniors and their leadership, but it's good to have a lot of girls coming back that have experience on the field so that we can take the freshmen under our wing and show them how what we want to do for the next year and the next 4 years while they're here.
This year, you finished fifth in the MAC, excuse me. How confident are you that next year could be the year Siena makes the MAC tournament?
We're very confident. I know that we're going to make the tournament next year.
A bold guarantee 9 months before the start of the 2012 season from quad captain Lindsay McKeever. Lightning round time now. Here we go. Your favorite movie?
Titanic.
Really? Would that have anything to do with the serenade you did at the Student Athlete Talent Show? For those of you who were not in attendance, Lindsay McKeever serenaded a certain men's basketball player, and I have to say it was
Awesome.
bloody dreadful.
Whatever.
Your favorite TV show?
CSI Las Vegas.
As opposed to all the other CSIs that are on TV right now?
Yep.
Your biggest pet peeve?
When a flagpole is like really short and the flag is huge, or like if you pay attention, it's really annoying. When like a flag is really tall and the flagpole is really tall and the flag is really small, it just looks really funny.
Interesting. Who's the funniest member of the team?
Shannon.
Really?
Well,
You sort of swallowed your pride there a little bit. You were
no,
gonna say
Sarah Galacci is very funny too.
Were you going to say yourself? It
No.
sort of looked like you were going there.
No.
What's the funniest thing Shannon's done?
Probably, I don't know, she just has funny comments.
I also noticed she dances in pregame warm-ups. That's, yeah, it speaks for itself. Last question now. If you could have dinner with any three people, dead or alive, who would they be?
Pat Summitt, the women's basketball coach at Tennessee, my grandma, and
The third one's always the trickiest.
probably FDR.
That works. A couple of diplomats, women's basketball head coach, whatever works. Well, that's going to do it for today. I'd like to thank Lindsay McKeever for stopping by. Lindsay, congratulations on a great season.
Thanks.
Next week's Siena Saints Weekly is a special one. We'll be showing the best of this year's episodes, so be sure to stay tuned for that. I'm Andrew Champagne, and I'll see you next week.